your growling guts and
dynamic
digestive system. Contents.
Human
Body basics.
your
Growling
growing
guts.
guts.
The
The
miraculous
miraculous
mouth.
mouth.
Time to chew. Johnny, down the eyes. Esophagus. The body's food mixer. The long, small intestine. Your lovely liver. The large intestine. Digestive wind. Digestive waste. Stools. Processing liquids. Vomit and other problems. Maintenance and servicing. Got some words. Digest this information. Index.
Human body weight.
Body basics. There are 7 things you have in common with every single living creature, from plants to parrots, snakes to sea lions. All living things breathe. Eat. Excrete. Grow.
No.
Move. Feel and reproduce. These are the 7 life processes. Smallest parts. All living things are made of tiny building blocks. Smallest parts. All living things are made of tiny building blocks called cells. All cells have the same basic parts, but the exact structure of each cell depends on the job that it does in the body. Cells are so small that they cannot be seen without a microscope. Tissues and organs. Tissue is formed by lots of the same type of cells joining together. Types of tissue connect together to form organs. Different organs connect together in systems. Body systems. Your body systems take care of different life processes. This includes moving around, thinking, breathing, and digesting food. Your growling guts.
Did you realize
that you are basically hollow? There's a tube running right through your body. It starts in your mouth and finishes at your bottom. The tube is your digestive system. Food and drink go in one end, and something much less pleasant comes out of the other. Is it really just the tube? Not really. No. When you started life, it was a tube. But as your body grew, your digestive system got more complicated and developed. Muscular walls for moving food downwards. It widened in places to form your stomach and the large intestine. The valves appeared to stop food traveling the wrong way through the system. It also developed loops of tube that link to circulatory system. System onto your circulatory system for distribution process around the body. These nutrients are used for energy, movement, growth, and repair of damaged parts, having got as much useful material as possible from your food. Your digestion also gets rid of anything that isn't needed. How does it work? The first stage is for food to be broken into
Strange.
but true. An average person from the country eats roughly 50 tons of food. The 25 adult white rhinos during their lifetime. They also drink about
50,000 liters.
50,000 liters of fluid.
How does it work?
How does it work? The first stage is for food to be broken into smaller pieces, which move more easily through the system. If you've ever swallowed a too big mouthful, you'll know why this is a good idea. This process is called mechanical digestion. At the same time as your food is broken into smaller pieces, chemical digestion starts. Chemicals called enzymes speed up the breakdown of food into smaller and smaller parts. Finally, the nutrients from food are small enough to pass into the blood.
Did you know?
Did you know
Thin
that people
people
don't have smaller stomachs? There is no relation between how thin you are and the size of your stomach. Everyone's stomach is around the size of a fist and stretches depending on what is put into it.
See
For yourself.
how much?
How much can a stomach hold?
Find
a 2-liter bottle. This holds the same volume as completely full adult stomach. Now put 5 tablespoons of water in the bottle. This is about 75
millimeter.
millimeter,
Milliliter.
which is the
Average.
average volume of a completely empty stomach. It's a big difference.
The
miraculous mouth.
Your mouth
Mouth is the arrivals hope for your digestive system. Mind you, the guests don't get a very defined welcome. They are smashed up by your teeth and spread around in saliva before being swallowed down a dark hole. It's a good job they are only bits of food.
No.
Guide to the mouth. They may not think much about your mouth, but there's actually a lot going on inside it. A thin bony plate called the hard palate separates the mouth from the nasal passages. The soft palate is flexible and is important for swallowing and breathing. It's important for all kinds of things, including speech, allowing food into your mouth and keeping it while you're chewing.
The tongue.
The tongue. The tongue is an organ made mainly of muscle, along with the cheeks and the lips. It is used to control food while chewing and keeps food in place so that it can be ground by our teeth. The tongue is coated with a membrane, a layer of slimy material which helps stop microbes entering the body. The mouth and taste scientists say they are for basic tastes: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. The tongue is covered with nerve endings called taste buds. Together, the taste buds send a message to your brain about what you're eating. They also sense the temperature of food and its texture. Strange but true. Scientists once thought that the ability to roll your tongue into a tube shape was inherited from your parents. This may not be 100 true. In one study, half of a group of children could tongue roll at 6 or 7. By the time they were 12, 3/4 could do it. They had learned to tongue roll.
Hotel.
Bacteria. An ordinary mouth contains well over 500 different types of bacteria. In total, there can easily be more bacteria in someone's mouth than there are people on Earth, which is 7 billion and rising. Some bacteria are harmful, others are helpful. The average mouth also contains over 70 types of fungus and a few viruses and parasites. Yo,
Just a few of
just a few of the billions of bacteria on someone's tongue. No one is really sure what it's for, but touching the ovula makes you gag. It may also be important in speech and the swallowing process. See for yourself, as well as being used when eating. Your tongue is crucial for speech. Moving it about in your mouth makes it possible to form words. Testing this is simple. Just try speaking normally, but with your tongue deliberately kept pressed against the bottom of your mouth, against your lower teeth.
Time to chew.
Time to chew.
Taste start.
This is the process of breaking food done by mashing it up as you chew. Teeth are also important for speaking. Try talking without your tongue touching your teeth and you'll see.
How many?
How many teeth do you have? How many teeth do you have? In total, most people have 550 teeth in their lifetime, not all at once, so they wouldn't be room in your mouth. Stage 1. Young children have 20 teeth by the time they are about 3 years old. These are called baby teeth or primary teeth. Stage 2.
New teeth.
New teeth. Growing behind. Start pushing the baby teeth out when you are about 6 years old. By about 12 years old, most children have 28 new teeth. Stage 3. In their 20s, most people get 4 more teeth. Called wisdom teeth. So, at this result, that is have in total
32 in total.
are all teeth the same?
All teeth the same? No.
And each type of tooth in your mouth has a specific job to do. At the front of your mouth, you have incisors and canines. These are used for biting into things, from apples to burgers. The incisors slice into food. Or canines grip and tear. Further. Back in your mouth are premolars and molars, which are used for chewing. This breaks your food down into pieces small enough to be swallowed. Strange but true. No two people have exactly the same teeth. The marks left behind when you bite something are as unique as fingerprints. Some criminals have even been identified from the bite marks.
What are teeth made of?
What are teeth? What are teeth made of? Teeth are not hard all the way through. Under the hard crust that you see when someone smiles, there's several more layers. On the other side is the hardest tissue in the body. A softer layer called dentin sits under the enamel, and is the second line of protection of if the enamel cracks. The hard outer layers protect the pulp. This is full of nerve endings and blood vessels and is very painful if touched.
Did you know?
Did you know? The mouth waters for a reason. The liver does an important job in digestion. It mixes with food in your mouth, helping to break it down, helping to break it down, helping to break it down, helping to break it down. It also acts as a lubricant, helping the food to slide down your throat when you swallow. Saliva also washes the chemicals in food into your taste buds. Without saliva, you wouldn't be able to taste what you're eating.
Don't try this.
Don't try this at don't try this at home.
In the past. In the past.
In the past, people with toothache often visited a barber to have the painful tooth removed. There were no trained dentists back then. One way to remove a tooth was a tooth key. The key and was placed over the tooth. The handle was turned, and with luck, the tooth popped out. If you unlucky, the tooth shattered and the pieces had to be plucked individually from your bleeding jaw. Turning down the esophagus.
The
esophagus is sometimes called the food pipe. It's a muscular tube that passes food from your mouth to your stomach. The esophagus works upward like a boa constrictor, swallowing its prey. The art of swallowing. Once your teeth, tongue, and saliva have got your food to just the right consistency, it forms into a little ball.
The bolus
gets pushed to the back of your mouth and is swallowed down the esophagus. The esophagus
is
muscular was expand ahead of the bolus and contract behind it, forcing foot down. This music action is called peristalsis. Food always moves in just one direction, which makes it possible to drink a glass of water while standing on your head. Epiglottis. The esophagus says your mouth's real exit with another tube called the trachea, or windpipe, which leads down to your lungs when you swallow. After the epiglottis covers with tracheas opening. This stops food entering your trachea and blocking it, or even getting into your lungs. Usually the epiglottis does is they're perfectly, but food can sometimes get trapped in someone's windpipe. This blocks the airway and stops air getting into their lungs. If the food is stuck for more than a few seconds, that person could suffocate.
Do try this.
To try this at home. But only in an emergency. If someone gets something stuck in their windpipe, the blockage needs to be dislodged as quickly as possible. Qualitative help from an adult. If the person is over the age of 1, get him or her to learn to lean forward onto your hand. Use your other hand to strike them on the back between the shoulder blades. Using the heel of your hand to do this up to 5 times. Ultimately dislodge the blockage. Strange but true. It's a gastroscopy. That's a big word for having a look at the inside of the vagus and stomach. The first is a gastroscopy. Was almost certainly performed in 1868 by an inquisitive German doctor named Adolf Cosmo examined a professional swallower